Hello, everyone. This is a series of interviews with some key Java EE track committee members. Today, I have with me my good friend Ryan Cuprak. He's a brand new addition to the committee. He's a pretty prolific author, blogger, the JUG leader of the Connecticut JUG, and also a JavaOne rockstar. So thank you, Ryan, for taking some time to join us today.
No problem. It's a pleasure.
Excellent. So Ryan, first off, this is your first time on the committee, and you are a JavaOne rockstar, and I know you're a brilliant speaker. So I'm kind of interested to know what your perspective was. What did you think being on the other side of the fence this time?
Well, first, it's quite a bit of work. I knew that it was going to be a lot of work. I heard some rumblings during the training call that it was going to be a lot of work, but I was surprised the amount of time that it ended up spending going over the different proposals, reviewing videos, etc. So it was different. It gave me a different perspective on different types of submissions. So it was different. You have to think about more than just what you're interested. You have to think about what other people are possibly interested, so the conference isn't narrow.
Now, you wrote up a really nice blog entry on your experiences. I've actually linked that blog entry on this video description and also on the write-up for this video. So one of the very interesting observations that you made that nobody else mentioned in the committee that I've interviewed so far is that you actually learned something out of the process. What did you learn from those submissions?
There were open source projects that I hadn't heard of. There were features on some of the existing technologies that I was not aware about. So reading through the proposal, I might have heard something about it, but reading the proposal, watching the presentation, the videos that were submitted as a part of it, I ended up digging into different things. I mean, some of the open source projects were relatively small. Some of them were, a couple of months old, but were very interesting. So I ended up spending quite a bit of time just digging into, some of the cool things that people are working on and getting out there. So there were, things like that.
Excellent. So you also mentioned the very skewed ratio, right? A very large number of sessions and the relatively smaller number. We still have a large number of slots, but relatively smaller number by comparison slots. So how did you go about doing your selections? What was sort of your process? I know you mentioned a little bit about it. I just want you to elaborate on that a little bit.
Well, reading the submissions, there were some duplicate submissions in there, and reading over the proposals, but looking at, what was written up, the supporting material, existing presentations that the presenter had done, video samples that were provided. So I kind of looked at all of those when making my decision when voting. And also then some of the presenters I had attended their sessions in past years. So I recognized some of the talks that I had, some of the presenters from previous years. So it was a way. I looked for things that were interesting. There's a range of different things. You've got new stuff coming out in Java EE 8. Then you've got additional supporting things, case studies that people are working on, projects that people are talking about. So it ranged in terms of. There's so many different technologies that make up Java EE, so you want to have a variety of different things.
Excellent. And you also have some nice things to say about the conference this year overall.
Looks to be. There's quite a few sessions that I voted for. There's that I'm rooting that I hope get accepted because I can't wait to actually see them. So I was kind of excited. I already have my list. I don't know how I'm going to get to things on other tracks that I want to see. Given the number of sessions on this track that I already want to see, so it's going to be a hard year.
Excellent. All right, Ryan, I'm going to let you go. Before I let you go, any final thoughts that you'd like to share with the community out there?
No, just to start working on your bosses to get approval to attend this year, even though they haven't. The schedule isn't proposed. It's something that you definitely want to, no matter what you're working on within Java EE, there's going to be sessions that are going to be invaluable for work. So just look at past year's catalogs. This year's going to be a very good year, and definitely try to get there.
Excellent. All right, Ryan. We will see you, and thank you again so much.
Yep, no problem.